Hello and welcome to the Kia World Extreme Games in Shanghai, China. This is Kia Moments. Coming up, BMX Street Final.
Stage is set for the BMX Street Final. 10 riders in all will attack this excellent course. It's a bona fide street-on-street BMX Street Final. Again, 10 riders will line up and attack this course. And here's a look at the riders as they will drop in consecutive order. We do have some fantastic athletes. These are the first 5 to go, including Brian Kaczynski, Matt Ray, and Bruno Hoffman will lead it off in the 6th rider to go. And the guy that's really been tearing it up lately is Michael Laren. So watch out for Michael because he is definitely one to look after. And I'm Paul Higgins along with Zach Yankush, AKA Catfish. And welcome once again. And your thoughts about this course, we were just talking about it. The riders, when they first saw it, they weren't sure what to think, but now they have it wired.
Yeah, it's a really different course. In the last couple of years, we've had it inside the stadium. So when we got to Shanghai, we saw this course. We're like, whoa, it's so different. It's set up like real street, you know. When we talk about street riding is the type of BMX riding where the guys go out. It's almost urban riding. They try and ride things that aren't made to ride, and the builders here did a fantastic job. And we're getting ready to start right now. Sean Ricani, our first rider in. Whoa. First time out here to Shanghai for young Ricani. Wow!
This is not a timed event, so basically what they'll have an opportunity to go down one end and back up the other.
They want to trick as many obstacles as possible, combine as many lines as possible. Well, that's the one thing you're going to be seeing here. A lot of lines like this one right here, combining it with a manual, looking for maybe a grind at the end of that. So this will be a throwaway run for Sean Ricani. But he started off with a big bang, bar spin 180 to half cab in. We're gonna see lots of technical riding today, Paul, lots of different styles of riding as well. This is gonna be a great BMX final.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's exactly it, and true to what you're talking about right there, you see Brian is at the top of the course right there. He's looking to make a grand entrance. I think he wants to gap over that fence.
Huge.
Wow, he nose bonked, tapped the front of the bicycle, bar spin down that set. Ice pick. Great looking line right here, little nose wheelie. Big gap to double peg. Brian Kaczynski looking flawless so far. Gap to ice pick. Ice pick is when the rider grinds on the back peg. Whoa! Switching it up, showing his ambidextrous side right there. Great first run for Brian Kaczynski. That's going to be a high score. Making a grandiose entrance. The American jumping over the fence, and we call that a nose bonk, where he just taps his front tire on the top of the fence.
And this will be Jack Kelly. So Brian Kaczynski, you'll see his score in just a second. Ricani got that 75 to start. Brian's score sure to be good, and it will be 81.33. And now Jack Kelly. They are scored on the 100-point scale. Your best overall score is what they're looking for out of the 4 runs.
Kelly starting off with some big tricks. Truck driver in, over ice. Really good at the bar spin. A bar spin is when the rider throws the handlebars 360 degrees. Jack can do it in both directions and in the middle, but 360 right there, going down. But now he still has an opportunity because he can make his way right back down the course so he can get back on the bike. And if he chooses to, get some more points out of this.
Yeah. Going back to the other side.
Bar spin to ice pick again. An ice pick grinding on the back peg. A toothpick is when the rider grinds on the front pegs of the bicycle. We're going to be seeing lots of ice picks and lots of toothpicks as well as combinations involving. Watch his handlebars right here. Throwing the bars while his body and his bicycle spin 360. And this is another great one. Toothpick hangover.
This will be Dan Paley as he comes in for his first run of the day. Holy
cow.
cow.
Starting off with a big 540 right there. 540 is 1.5 revolutions. You land backwards. Paley's got some big moves. He's been killing it in practice. Yes.
Riders have their hands full with this course. This is a natural street-on-street course, meaning this is an existing concrete area with steps that the guys came in and built a course out of it, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately for Dan Paley, he's going to throw that run away.
Matt Ray is next for us to come in. He will be the 5th rider to come in.
It's the first major competition we've seen Matt Ray, and he is something else. Incredibly impressive. 180 half cab, full cab 360 in. See if he's gonna keep it going. He might call it as well.
A little bit of nerves, it could be, and if you don't get off to the right start, they figure, hey, I'm docked right now. But some riders will think, you know, I get the course by myself. I can go and ride it out and see what happens. But hey, for right now, Matt Ray is gonna throw this one away.
More action from the Kia World Extreme Games after the break. Welcome back to the Kia World Extreme Games. This is the BMX Street Final.
Here we go with Bruno Hoffman, and he starts down about a third through the course. He's got a different line.
Yeah, starting off with a switch over tooth. Perfect 540 hop. Nose wheelie to manual, double peg.
Catfish, what are the judges looking for on a run? What do they want to see?
Well, ultimately, they want to see the rider stay on the bicycle the entire run. They want to see a full pull. If you're able to pull a perfect run, that's going to certainly help your score. They want to see originality. They like seeing new things, progressive tricks, but consistency is the most important thing in what they're looking for.
Next rider to go will be Alex Donachie. The current score to beat is Brian Kaczynski's 81.33, followed by Kelly right behind him at an 80.33.
This kid is nothing short of magic. 180, fast playing down the set. Floating a 360 off the bench, double peg up. Hard 180 over the rail and down. This is crazy technical riding. The young kid from Scotland has got the world of BMX in a tizzy. Oh my goodness. Switch feeble G-turn 360 out.
Throwing down a great run, the most consistent run that we've seen so far.
Absolutely, this is gonna be the top scoring run. Hands down, you see the riders cheering him on. You know you did something right when your competitors are clapping for you. Amazing run from Alex Donachie. Check this 360 out, on top of the bench and just floating the three. And then following up, that's a double peg to hard 180 over. This was great too. This is an opposite feeble to G-turn.
Jeremiah Smith getting ready to drop in on his first run. Score to beat is an 86, you see at the top. And Jeremiah again coming in. Nice start to his run.
Jeremiah looking really strong. Tuck no hander to ice pick. Only guy doing that out here. Downside tail whip. Keeping it rubber side down. Getting some speed here. Double peg up to tooth hangover. Double peg up to switch tail whip off. That's his opposite way to kick the bicycle. Such a crazy trick. This is going to be interesting, Paul, to see where the judges put him, because Donachie had an incredible run, but that run was amazing as well. Check this out. No-hander to grinding on the back peg. That's called a tuck no-hander to ice pick grind. Here's the only flaw. See, he just bobbled his pedal there. And then this one, double peg up to switch tail whip.
Since we hit the 6th rider in the list of 10, the scores have started to increase with every rider. We'll see if that continues here with Alex Kennedy. Nice.
Oh my goodness. Kennedy on fire right now. Feeble, 180 feeble, 180 out. These tricks, he makes it look so easy, but they are so difficult.
Talk about the element of combinations that he's bringing. He's
oh, another great combination like you just mentioned. Ice pick to over switch ice pick. So incredibly technical. I don't understand how Alex can do some of the tricks that he does. He's so focused. One of the most chill guys you can hang out with here. This is a nollie to toothpick. And then switch feeble, 180, full cab down. Feeble grind to switch feeble grind to fakie.
Really solid run for Alex Kennedy. Now we've got a top gun here, Michael Laren. This guy is dangerous when he's on the course.
For sure, and he's already got a medal here in Shanghai this weekend. Let's see what the last year's podium man has got for us.
Different line totally from everybody.
Went over double peg. Yeah, look
Nice.
back on the bank. So good at downside whips. We saw a double downside whip from him invert. Gap up to ice pick. Where is he going? Bunny hop up the stairs. Oh, he's got the whip out of the double peg up the rail as well.
I like that he went down the right side of the course. Most of the riders are going on the left side of the course when you're looking at it.
Checking out some of Michael's replays right here. Watch his frame as it spins around. There you go.
Laren will see his score and then give you a look at the top 10. Right now, Jeremiah Smith is in first place with an 88.33. Michael Laren just went. He has an 84.33.
We'll have Run 2 action after the break here at the Kia World Extreme Games. Welcome back to the Kia World Extreme Games. This is Kia Moments.
First 10 riders are in the books on their run number 1. Now we move to run number 2. Here's a look at the scores as you see on the left. Smith is our current leader with an 88.33. Donachie right behind him with an 86. Dropping it now is Sean Ricani, pardon me. Sean Ricani fell midway through his first run. We'll see if he puts together here Catfish on this second run.
Ricani, so good at the lines right there. Feeble, bar spin to Smith. Quick 360 off the ledge. See what he's got coming back the other direction. Whoa, bar spin to crooked grind, hard 180 out. Very technical trick right there. Ricani with a fakey tail whip on the bank. Again, this kid is been on fire the last 2 years. This is a feeble grind to bar spin to Smith grind. Check this one out. Bar spin to crooked grind, 180 out, and then this, tail whip to fakie.
Brian Kaczynski currently in 5th with an 81.33.
Now Brian, the last couple of days, he's been looking at this gap. It's the gap from the second stair set into the Jersey barrier. And I don't want to call him out or anything, but I think he really wants to do this. We're probably going to see it in one of these runs. Here he comes again. The unorthodox way to enter the course. Here we go. Nose bonk over the rail. Nollie down the set. Bar spin down that set. Going over ice. Yeah, Brian. We call that a double peg grind. See what he's got coming back.
Brian Kaczynski.
Nollie, double peg.
Whoa, goes over the handlebars.
That would have been awesome. He's going for a nollie to Smith. A nollie is when you're rolling on the front tire as you're approaching any sort of trick. And then he was going from the bench on the right, the high-speed double peg grind, grinding both of his pegs. Another great look at it is a big gap to double peg. This one, nollie to Smith.
Oh, just got hung up. And now we move to Jack Kelly. Fell halfway through his first run, but recorded an 80.33. This is run 2 for the Aussie.
Starting off with a truck driver. Over 2, double peg to bar spin in. Feeble grind to tooth. Tooth to over double pegs. 540 bar spin, that's what got him out before. See if he can stay on the bicycle here.
Jack's putting together a good run right now.
Real good run, bar spin to ice. 180 bars on out. That's gonna be a run for the first timer here at the Kia World Extreme Games, Jack Kelly.
On the entire time, taking a look back at it right here for Jack Kelly.
Call that a toothpick to over grind. And then this one, bar spin to ice pick. Again, an ice pick is when they're grinding on the back end of the bicycle. A toothpick on the front end of the bicycle.
here at the Kia World Extreme Games in Shanghai, China. So Dan Paley, he had a 72.67, started off with a nice 540 on the deck. Got a little hung up. We'll see if he starts off with that again here.
Nollie 360 that time. Pushing off this front wheel. So good at that one. 180 over switch tooth.
Dan Paley currently on the course in his second run.
Downside tail whip. I love how Dan Paley does those downside tail whips.
Paley's looking to improve on his 72.67, and Catfish, he's putting together a solid run right here.
This amazing run with that one. Tooth 360 out of the top of it. Lots of big tricks in Dan Paley's second run. Very, very impressive. Again, he's another rider that makes things look so easy like this one. It's a 180, but he's grinding on his opposite side, 180 and backwards. Nose wheelie to Smith grind, and then 180 to crooked grind.
And now we get set for our next rider. That is Matt Ray, and Hoffman is on deck. And Matt Ray fell coming into the course. He got a 70 on his first run. So he's seen everybody go, and now he gets an opportunity to drop in on his second run.
I'm really excited for the world to see what this kid's got, because he is something else. Oh my goodness, 180 bar spin to half cab downside tail whip in.
And how about Paley moves all the way to first place with an 88.33. He's tied with Smith.
Wow, big tricks out of Matt Ray right now. Truck driver out of big wedge. How is he gonna end things? 180 whip.
Boy, everybody's just stepping it up. This is crazy.
Goodness, Paul. That was one of the best runs we've seen of the day. Matt Ray just destroyed this course. I gotta look at some of these replays. Starting out with this 180 bar spin to half cab downside tail whip in. Nobody's doing that one. 180 on, half cab bar spin off. So many big tricks. And then this one, 180 tail whip, roll back, half cab, bar spin in. What a run for the United States is Matt Ray, and that puts him into first place, 91 even. The first guy to break into the 90s. Fantastic run for Matt Ray.
Matt Ray, best run of the day, 91 as he shoots right up. Dan Paley had the lead for about 60 seconds.
Join us after the break for more action from the Kia World Extreme Games.
Here's a look at the leaderboard as we get set for run number 2 with none other than Bruno Hoffman. And
Bruno starting off with a switch tooth down. Wow, 180 full cab out.
well,
Bruno's gonna set it off here, I think.
So Zach, they were wondering if this course was going to work for bikes. I think it's done just fine so far.
Oh, these guys loving the course.
It's a street-on-street course here in the Yangpu district of Shanghai, China. So glad you can join us as Bruno Hoffman putting it together. He had a 73 on his first run. That's much better than a 73.
Yeah, that was an amazing run from Bruno Hoffman as well. Nose wheelie 180, 360 cab out. That was just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, our next rider had the lead briefly, Alex Donachie. He had a great run his first run. Now he's seen all the other riders go, so he's got an idea what they're doing, what kind of scores they're getting. So it's a little bit of cat and mouse here as Bruno Hoffman goes into 4th position now with an 86.
All right, Alex Donachie on in.
And Zach, you got to be able to ride your own run as he falls off, jumps off, but also you got to see what other riders are doing so you can compare your run to theirs.
Exactly, and that's one of the good aspects about this format is that each rider has 4 separate runs. So like you said, not only do they get to fill themselves out, but they also get to see how the judges are scoring and if they need to adjust their gameplay one way or the other.
Throwaway run there for Alex as he's got a pretty good one in the books already. Jeremiah Smith, and boy, he had a great run. Yeah, tuck no hander to ice pick grind that you just thought was awesome in his first run. Earned him an 88.33 among other tricks that he did. Jeremiah, he is getting ready to drop in right now. And again, he's one of the few riders that starts about a third into the course.
Feeble grind 360 out. Let's see where Jeremiah's going with this. Switch double peg up over dubs. Get some speed. Double peg up to ice pick grind. Whoa, Jeremiah, one of the only guys doing toothpick hangover grinds up rails. That's an incredible combination. There's another great look at a toothpick. Grinding on the front of the bicycle.
We moved to Alex Kennedy, and he had lots of combinations in his first run, which got him an 85.
Currently sitting in the 6th position. Another great guy that just has so many good combos. We can combine them well. This is going to be Alex Kennedy. Here we go. Nollie tooth hanger. Going for that switch feeble 180. Still got tons of time. Alex Kennedy, one of my favorite riders.
Alex Kennedy currently on the course with an 85, and no doubt that 85 will probably stick as he fell on this one. He's going to ride it out. So again, they get 4 runs, no big deal if you decide to bail on one.
That one is so crazy. It's an opposite ice pick.
Good look at the leaderboard there as we move to our next rider. That would be Michael Varon. And he had a different line than the other riders as he would come in from the right side. And look, he's going to go just below us to start. I haven't seen this before. This is going to be interesting. No one's done that.
Go with this one. I love this guy's riding. He's such an unorthodox type of BMX rider. Let's see what we got out of Michael Varon.
Here we go. So he's riding up the course instead of down the course, and see if he turns a 180 and comes back down. Yes, he does.
Tooth hanger.
And that's kind of cool. I love the creativity that he's showing, you know?
Yeah, and you know whoa, where are we going with this one?
Oh, right on us.
Oh, big old wall ride right in front of the judges.
Yeah.
I was wondering if anybody was going to see that line. Michael certainly saw the line saying hi to the judges that are right underneath us. Typical Michael Varon. I mean, he is one of the best examples of what a BMX rider should be. Great attitude, great ambassador for our sport. Right under the judges on the Kia sign. Great product placement as well right there.
Here's a look at our current leaderboard as we get set for run number 3. You see Matt Ray, our current leader, at 91. Now, Dan Paley and Jeremiah Smith, they are currently tied at 88.33. They'll look at their best second score at the end of the competition if they're still tied, and that will determine their placement.
We'll have run 3 action after the break here at the Kia World Extreme Games. Welcome back to the Kia World Extreme Games. This is Kia Moments.
Run number 3 awaits for Sean Ricani. What does he have to do? Right now, he is looking at a better score to have. He is at the 8th place with an 84.
He needs to put a solid run together and stay on the bicycle. That's what's going to get him onto that podium. He's definitely capable of doing it. Let's see what we're starting off with. Bar spin to ice pick down. He's so apt at throwing those bars. Whoa! Another trick that nobody else here can do. Crank arm up, double peg down to hard 180 out.
Well, you mentioned what he can't do, and he just did it. He fell off his bike, so he'll ride this one out, get a couple extra tricks in, and he'll rest his score right now on the 75, or pardon me, the 84 that he got on his second run. He fell on the 3rd one, so he's got one more to go to do some damage as we get set for our next rider, Brian Kaczynski. And here we look back at Sean's run. Brian Kaczynski is going to drop in literally on his 3rd run, and here we go. They've adjusted the course a little bit. Let's see what he's got planned. He's got a lot of speed. He might end up by us. Holy cow. That was just nuts.
Wow, that was the gap we were talking about earlier. Brian had called that out 2 days ago. He didn't know if it was possible, and finally just sending it right there.
He had a tremendous amount of speed, and If that leg is hurting now, it's going to be hurting a little bit later on. Boy, he got jammed up.
This is a huge gap. He's looking to land both of his pegs on, got them both on his foot. Yeah, his left foot came off the pedal. And then it's hit the eject button and hope the bike does not hit you too hard.
So here we go. That's a really far jump. I don't know if people understand how far that is, how much speed he generated coming in. Wow. Jack Kelly is our next rider to come in. And he had a decent run in his second run, an 80.33 in his first run, and here he is on the course right now. He's got an 84 on that last one. So again, no falls, put together a pretty good run. He should bump up.
He's got a good run going on here. This is what the judges like to see, staying on the bicycle. Now, can he keep it rolling all the way back? Oh, I opened my mouth too soon. See if he can still squeeze some points out of this. Going up the rail. And that's gonna do it for the Aussie.
So that one little step off, gonna hold him back in his scoring. But still, he's got one more run to go. And you see some riders, as we get into it, some riders decide to wear helmets, some don't.
Yeah, it's you know, it's one of those things where a lot of guys, it's their personal choice. Some guys don't like to wear helmets. They don't think they feel comfortable. We suggest to all the kids out there, wear your safety gear, kids. These are professionals.
So Dan Paley's in on the course. He fell coming in. Let's see if he can, now he's gonna throw this one away. So that's a throwaway for him. He'll wait on his fourth and final run.
See, that's an interesting game plan because he's already thrown away one run.
The riders do know where they are because there's a monitor up there that shows them their scores. Matt Ray is our current leader. Great run in the second run of the competition for him, which he recorded at 91. Wow, just coming in with some mean combinations to start off. Zach, obviously his second run with that 91, he is playing his cards right here, huh?
Yeah, I think he was rolling the dice at the beginning of his run. He put his foot down, so he's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna toss this one as well. So
I think he's saying, cruise, I'm gonna cruise, you catch me if you can.
Yeah, I think so. You know, he knows that he's got one more run if he needs to throw it down.
Join us after the break for more action from the Kia World Extreme Games. Welcome back to the Kia World Extreme Games.
Bruno Hoffman getting ready to go in. His high score at 86. He's in fourth place. Gets a hug. Those hugs always help.
Start things over, switch two. The line is looking great line right there. Judges love to see that. Wow, 180, full cab, 540.
Right in front of the judges. They got a good look at that combination as he goes back the other way. Good run.
Still going with it. Switch 360. Very good run for Bruno Hoffman. Will that be enough to crack into the top three? Great look at this line. Nose wheelie 180 out, full cab to fakie, and then 180 up and over this. 180, the full cab on the bank.
Alex Donachie dropping in. Currently tied. Pardon me, no, he's at the 86 mark.
Donachie smashing it right here.
Lots more energy on this run.
Yeah, he is the future of BMX. He's got a massive fan base in the UK. He's done so much for BMX already. He produces his own video series called Nearly. He's on his fourth video already. And just a great inspiration to kids all over the UK. Great run for Alex.
Alex Donachie had the lead briefly in his first run. And right now, he is in fifth place with an 86. Will that run be better than 86? We'll find out.
Yeah, we are going to find out. I think he might do it. Nice 360 right there. He had some good ones. Double peg, hard 180 out. This one, switch feeble.
Jeremiah Smith coming in right now as he gets his mindset. So Alex Donachie has his run in the books, and he's got an 86.67.
Jeremiah looking for a tooth hanger on the sticky ledge. No one's tried that. Jeremiah getting caught up just a little bit. You know, all these guys have different bike setups. Some run plastic components on their bikes, some run steel. Plastic and steel grind differently on different objects.
Coming back in and gonna try something before he wraps up his run. He did fall, but hey, if you've got the course and you're all by yourself out there, take advantage of it, and that's what Jeremiah did. Again, he has that 88.33, but why was that run important? It's because he's currently tied. So they'll go back and look at his highest next score and compare that with the guy he's tied with. Alex Kennedy got an 85 his first run, and that's where he is right now as he gets set for his third run, F4. And the temperature's dropping a little bit, getting a little cooler right now in the sense it's cloudy. And they thought it was going to be raining this morning, so it's nice to find that there's no rain right now, and hopefully that's the way it will be. These riders are enjoying this.
Alex Kennedy putting on a show right now. Very high-tech BMX street riding. Feeble nose wheelie. Wow. Hard 180, crooks 180 out. We call it an Indian out. Nose bonk toboggan. Tabletop fakie. Great run for Alex Kennedy. Currently in 7th place. I think that will certainly bump him up a little bit.
Super creative, original run for Alex. And again, he had an 85. A lot of riders now. Every rider in the 80s.
Alex naturally grinds on his right side, so that's a switch right there. Switch grind up to 5 cab. That's his natural side to grind on. That's called an ice pick to nose bonk off.
Michael Laren, he had that creative start to his run. And when you look at what he did earlier, he bonked off right below the judges. And here's our... Michael Laren had a really creative start on his second run. Here he starts right back at the top, and he drops in, Zach.
Love watching this guy ride. I tour with him quite a bit. Wow, feeble grind to tail whip off. Always has a smile on his face. This guy loves riding BMX. You can absolutely tell. So he's coming back this way with going feeble grind. So this is going to be a throwaway run for Michael Laren from the USA. Last year, stood on that podium. This year, he's currently outside of the top 3.
So he'll have to wait for his 4th run to see what he can come up with, but here we look back on his 3rd. 10 runs left, but this is how it looks going into the 4th and final run for these riders. Matt Ray still at the top with a 91. We do have a tie with Dan and Jeremiah for 2nd.
We'll have Run 4 action after the break here at the Kia World Extreme Games.
Sean Ricani coming in the course for his 4th and final run here at the BMX Street Final at the Kia World Extreme Games. He's got a lot more energy coming in now.
He's got a ton of speed as well. Ricani looking fabulous. First line down. See what he finishes up with. Wow, switch tooth over the rail. Bar spin at double pegs over. This is a great run for Ricani. Nollie bar spin up.
Nice.
Whip to fakie. Wow, great run for Sean Ricani. Currently in 8th place. That was certainly his best run of the day.
And there is a tie for 8th place too, so that will prove to be really important if he gets above an 84. Catfishes we take us back right here.
So many big tricks. Over grind right there, but he throws the bars. Check this one out. Tail whip to fakie.
Brian Kaczynski getting ready to go on his 4th and final run. And Brian now bumps down to last place with an 81.33. Ricani, boy, he moves up a little bit there. All the way to 2nd place with an 88.33.
Jack Kelly coming in, truck driver to start things off. We call that one a crooked grind.
So now we have a 3-way tie for 2nd place. That's why your 2nd, 3rd run is so important. The judges have their work cut out for them as they'll tabulate all the runs to break the tiebreaker. Brian Kaczynski right now, finishing up his 4th and final run. It's been a nice run.
Yeah, this is an amazing run. Probably the best run we've seen out of Jack Kelly as well. The guys are pulling it out here in the last runs. They know that they want to get into the top. All right, Dan Paley will be our next rider up. Last run from this guy, currently in the top 3. He's in the bronze medal position. See if he can extend that lead. What are we going to get out of Dan Paley?
Dan Paley, 4th and final run, the 540 coming in.
Big 540, tuck no hander down. Looking for that 180 switch tooth fakie.
Dan Paley looking at an opportunity to break the tie right now. He's got an 88.33.
Downside tail whip.
Zaki got his 88.33 in a second run. And that could be a difference maker right there.
That was 360 to crooked grind. Nobody is trying that trick these days.
Here we go back and take a look at that 540 dropping in.
That trick was impossible 5 years ago. Nobody could ever do a 540 down a stair set. Now, the level of BMX is at the point where things like that are so easy.
Here's our current leader, Matt Ray, with a 91. He sits up there all by himself right now. Ricani and Paley and also Smith, they're all tied for that second spot. We'll see how the tiebreaker kind of divvies up here in just moments.
He's got nothing to lose here. He can send it. 180 bar spin, downside tail whip, half cab in.
Matt Ray jumped out of nowhere to first place. He felt coming in on his first run and then put it all together in his second run.
Wow, manual to gap nose wheelie to bar spin in. Looking to extend that lead. Can he stay on that bicycle?
Huge triple combination just moments ago.
Wow, double truck driver up.
Wow, that's a really solid run. He's gonna finish it off, just put a foot down.
Goodness gracious. A lot of people didn't know about this guy before this contest, but ladies and gentlemen of the world, let me introduce you to Matt Ray. We're gonna be seeing a lot more of this guy in the future of BMX.
He stepped off at the very end on the only trick that he had any type of mishap on, but he certainly put together a great run coming in and all the way through.
Call that one a 180 onto the ledge, half cab off.
More action from the Kia World Extreme Games after the break.
We get set now to move over to Bruno Hoffman. Bruno's best score, an 87.33, and he is just 1 point back of podium. Here we go with Bruno Hoffman. He's got some work to do if we want to get up there on the medal count. And he's doing a pretty good job of it right now. The score of 87.33 will not get him a medal, so he's going to go all out here. The handrail his friend.
Double peg to ice down. Ice up. Again, an ice pick, grind on that back peg. Going tail whip on the bank. Bruno Hoffman. He might be coming down for one more. Crooked grind to 180 out.
You're going to have to kick him off the course.
Right? These guys love riding their bikes. Unfortunately, that will not be enough to get Bruno into that top 3.
So the stage is set for our final riders to go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 riders to go. Alex Donachie, again, he briefly had the lead after his first run. Things have changed up a little bit, and he is at an 88.67. We have a log jam for second place. We'll see how things shake out here as we continue. This is run 4 of 4, street final.
Donachie put it together right now. Seen this line already from him. He's got to mix it up if he wants to get into that top 3. Switch bar spin right there.
Catfish, looks like these guys are just getting warmed up. They'll go at it again.
Oh, they definitely will. We'll ride all day if you let us. Donachie.
Nice run by Donachie.
Yeah, great run. 180 bar, hard 180 out of that up rail. But I don't think that's going to be enough to crack into the top 3, Paul.
Jeremiah Smith getting ready to go, and right now this run is huge. He's currently with an 88.33. He's jammed up there with a 3-way tie. So if he doesn't get higher than 88.33, but he does get a high score, it could be the tiebreaker that could earn him a silver medal.
He would certainly love to be standing on top of that podium. Here we go with Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, double peg up. It's a switch double peg. We call that a snaggle tooth.
Jeremiah Smith in the middle of his 4th run, finishing up actually right there as he came up the handrail. And that's going to hurt him a little bit. I don't think that's going to get him an 88.33, but again, our next rider to go is Alex Kennedy, currently in 5th place at an 88. Now, if he gets above an 88.33, we've got Michael Laren still to go. All this could shake out on its own.
Half cab T-bog nollie, tooth grind. Oh, and Alex Kennedy coming off the bicycle.
So he will not improve on his high score of 88 with that step off there, but he's going to finish off his run here at the Kia World Extreme Games. Acknowledges the crowd and the judges and fans here. Stage is set for our final rider. This could change things up dramatically. Michael Laren, he's right below us, right below the judges, starting on the opposite end of the course. And here we go with Laren.
Laren, that's one of Michael's original tricks right there. A 360 tail whip drop in, feeble grind. Bunny hopping up the stairs.
Currently 85.33 in 8th place. He wants to get on the podium, no doubt. He's capable of it.
Smooth hanger, he needs to put it together here.
Is this going to be enough?
One wall ride. He's looking for the big one.
Get ready to shake right here. Boom, just bopped on us.
Oh, wall ride to tail whip. Are you kidding me? Michael Laren.
He looks back at the judges and he's looking back at him again. Only rider to hit this wall, Michael Laren. Now, will that be enough to increase his score? We'll soon find out as we take a look back. For the BMX Street Final, here's a look at the podium results. Matt Ray gets the gold. Sean Ricani with the silver, and congratulations to Jeremiah Smith with the bronze.
You're dealing with some of the best riders in the world that you're competing against. How does it feel to be on top?
It seriously blows my mind because I watch all their edits, you know what I mean? I look up to them, and then to come here and ride with them, and then come out on top somehow, I don't even know. I'm speechless, kind of. I thought I was going to come here and get last. I didn't even know it was going to happen, and then I did the run I wanted. It all went good from there, so I'm not complaining.
Check out KiaWorldExtremeGames.com for more information on the Kia World Extreme Games. For Zach Yankush, Paul Higgins, and myself, Paula, goodbye, and see you next time for more action.